All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Today at work, I did something else brand new, which I haven't done before. So yesterday I was running heat trace, and today we finished the heat trace, and we started on the terminations, and we barely got started on that. So there's four T-taps is what they're called. So it's basically just like a junction box for the heat trace. So you have a wire that comes in, a wire that goes out, and then the T-tap, which is the circuit going out into a new location. So it's basically just like doing receptacles, but different. So if this was a receptacle box right here, then you'd have just, your wires, and you tie those together and whatnot. But anyways, this is a different scenario for the heat trace. So anyways, what is happening is there's a few different things that I want to go over. So first of all, you have the wire right here, and once you strip the wire, this is the outside jacket, the OJ, this is the outside jacket. As soon as you strip the outside jacket, there is a metal, or it's like a little grounding mesh right here. There's like, it looks like the fire alarm, ice cream man is going by. Anyways, there's the grounding mesh right here. So you basically have to pull this down right here, and then you have to pull the wire out of the mesh so the wire comes out this way, and you basically just make a little loop in it. I don't really know how to explain that, but you basically just pull this down a little bit, and then you pull the wire out of the top. So once you get the wire out of the top, basically the ground, once you fold the ground back, so the ground is back here now, and then you have the inside of the wire. So you have the outside jacket, and then you have the inside of the wire. So it's basically like a UF cable, if you're familiar with a UF cable. Similar, but I think UF cable is actually better and easier to work with than this stuff. So you have the outside jacket, and then you have the inner jacket, I guess, the IJ. So you have the inner jacket, and then you have to strip the inner jacket to get to a third jacket, which is where the wire is at, and this is all black, and there is two wires inside of here. So you basically have to leave a little piece of black right here so they don't touch, and then you strip the black jacket, and then that is where you are just having your bare conductors come out. So this is what it looks like when you're done, if you do it right. And then once you get the wires out, you have to put on a little rubber, I don't even know what it's called, but it's a little rubber piece. It slides on over the wires. The wire comes out through the top here. You slide this on basically slide this down to the outside jacket. You're trying to get onto the outside jacket, or touching the outside jacket. So you're covering the wires, the black piece, the inside of the inside jacket, and then you put some silicone in here to make it seal or whatever. So that's the first part. And then, yeah, you have to do that 3 times for each wire inside of the junction box. And then once you get the wires inside of the junction box, 2 of those go, there's like a piece that goes to the pipe. So there's a little valley, and the wires come down the valley through the pipe. There's like a little connector right here, and then you put a little rubber seal in here with some more silicone, and that's on the inside, and it's basically screws together. And then you have the other wire, so both wires come down the little pipe connector that attaches to the box with a little lock ring or a plastic lock ring or something like that. So you have your 2 wires here, and then the 2 wires coming in, the in and the out, and then you have the T-tap, which is the 3rd wire, and that is in like looks like a seal tight, a metal seal tight, and that has a plastic like raised lock ring. That doesn't look right. So the wire comes through there. This is getting worse by the second. So you have the wire coming there, and then the end of the T-tap, the end of the metallic like seal tight. That's the end of the seal tight, and then the wire goes out to the rest of the run, and then all these terminate on a little terminal block, and doesn't go to the back of the box or anything. So there's like little lugs right here with screw connectors, and that is connected internally. So you take these two wires, or you take one of these wires and go there to there, and one of these that goes there to there, and then you take this one, and then one there and one there, and then you take your grounds, take both of your grounds, so you're using these ground wires, and you take one that goes to there, and then one that goes to both of those go in that one, and there's a little screw, and then you tighten those down with the screw. It's like a little mini breaker, and then you take this ground, of course, over here, and then tie that onto there. Tighten those all down, but the trickiest part is just stripping it without damaging it. This stuff is really hard to get off. It's like a UF cable right here. Basically, the whole thing is like a UF cable. But the hardest part is getting the wires out without damaging them, because it's like stuck to it. So basically, you either have to, like, when you have the whole, pretend this is all the whole black piece right here. Pretend this is all black. But anyways, the wires are like right inside of here on the left side and the right side, or the top and the bottom. So you're trying to like cut this with a razor knife, and I was using this razor knife specifically at work, and that was working really well. But if you don't get it just right, and so you're trying to cut it right along the edges right here, but if you cut too far over, more in the middle, then you have more plastic, and then that's when it gets tricky, and you basically have to use your strippers to try to cut it off piece by piece and pull it off without cutting any of the stranded wires. And if you cut it, then basically you're screwed and you have to start over. So I messed up one of them. The first one I got, there's like two different types of rolls of wires. So one of them was the good one, and then the second one was the bad one. So I got the first one, no problem. Everything went fine. I actually went a lot better than I thought. And then the second one was really crappy, like 100 times worse. So when I was trying to get the wires off on the last step, I cut like 5 of the strands of wires. So I basically have to fix that, and the bad part is I already cut the wire. So from now on, I'm just gonna leave the wire long, and then basically just roll up the extra wire inside of the box, because if I don't, and I just cut it off at the desired 4 to 6 inches inside of the box or whatnot, then I have one chance to not mess this up, and I already messed that up, so I don't want to do that again. So I can fix it tomorrow, but it's definitely just not a fun situation to be in the situation where if you cut something wrong, then you mess it up. But anyways, that is what I worked on today, finishing up the heat trace on the last like 2 to 3 pipes, taping that every foot, and then working on practicing like for an hour and a half on just stripping this stuff out, and then going up into the ceiling and then doing the first one and then messing it up. So, or at least messing up the second wire, the one out of the 3 wires. So anyways, that's what I did today at work. I just drove 15 miles to get this package in the mail, which I bought from eBay for a very expensive price. So I'm going to make a video about that right now. So stay tuned. I'm going to release that here right after this video. So if you're watching this one, get ready for a second video. It's going to be awesome. And I can't wait to put this tool on the wall. I haven't bought a tool to put on the wall in a really long time, I feel like. So I'm really, really excited. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. As always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. It would take a second of your time, and it would mean the world to me. It would help the channel grow. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I'd love to see you guys back in the next video, and it would help support the channel. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload or do live streams. Thanks, guys. Peace out.